Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant, and this is me shooting something in Elite Dangerous. I'm still actually in 68 Draconis here, in the same ring system I was mining. When I originally come into this system there was no resource extraction sites here, and since that time there's now 4 or 5 of them that are regularly here with the NPCs mining out the belt. And this is one of the would-be pirates inside that extraction site, but he's not going to last much longer. I've got 2 pulse lasers on the ship here and an auto cannon to take out his armour, and there we go, a nice bounty. Now it's time to buy the intermediate discovery scanner, and the station does actually have one in stock, but I'm slightly short on cash funds, so I'm going to need to sell some weapons here. This should about just give me enough. The problem with swapping out modules sometimes is that you don't know which slot to put it in, but in this case I want to replace the basic discovery scanner, so it's just a simple upgrade, but look at that price difference. So finally we're in a position where we can do a bit of exploring, and the system I've chosen for that is called Warlock. Now it's still fairly close to the core system, so chances are someone else has explored it, but I'm also hopeful that not too many people have explored it. The more people that have explored a particular area, the less credits you get for that particular discovery. If you're the first one to make the discovery, the reward can be quite high indeed. I also stopped off on the way here to get a detailed surface scanner as well, which gives a lot more detail on the composition of the planets, stars and moons you're scanning. So first things first, I'm gonna do a detailed scan of this sun, and you can see on my scanner to the side, to the left it's working. That noise there is the discovery scanner, for those of you that may not have heard it before, and there I've got the information panel that a detailed surface scan has been completed. Now let's have a look at the system map. What we've got here is the sun and 2 belts, or 2 ring belts. They're both major reserve quality. Scrolling far to the right gives us an indication of how large the system actually is, so there's a fair few planets to find there. Now, as you've probably seen in my other videos, there's a number of methods that can be used for discovering planets, especially the ones that are far out. One of the more reliable ones, and perhaps the cheaty ones, is to follow NPC ships. Now there you can see that worked out, 18 objects discovered, so it's probably a rather large planet here, a gas giant or something like that, along with its moons, but I may have discovered another planet as well, so as we get in closer we'll be able to tell more. So yeah, we can see there's a large gas giant here. It appears it has a ring, but I can't quite tell from this distance. Now the scanning, the detailed scan, which gives us the name and the planet composition, will actually work from quite a range, great range, but that range will depend on the size of the planet itself. The larger the planet, or the larger the sun, you will be able to do it up to a few hundred light seconds. The smaller it is, you'll have to be up as close as 5 or 6 light seconds to get that detailed information. Now discovering can be a fairly slow process, but it does get you to see some rather wonderful sights and planetary bodies. For instance, this gas giant here has got quite a dense disk. Some of them look a little bit more transparent, as it were, than this, but this is one of the more dense ones with a very closely orbiting moon. So this is what I've managed to discover so far. This has taken approximately 10 to 15 minutes to discover this. I haven't got fully detailed scans of all of them yet. Some of them still display as unexplored. But that's what we'll look for. These moons are still unexplored, so we'll go about doing that in a minute. We'll look 2. Some of the moons there are still unexplored as well. Now, there is something nice about the system map viewer. The planets and the moons do look quite detailed when you zoom in on them. I'm not actually sure if the atmospheric storms show up or not. Maybe a long exposure recording or time-lapse video on that would be worth doing at some point. Now, flying around the system as we do during exploration, you naturally come across a lot of unidentified signal sources, and I like to make a point of jumping off inside some of them sometimes. You never quite know what you're going to find. So 2 contacts. Are they both going to be clean is the question. Hopefully one will be wanted.
Scan detected.
Well, we got a Sidewinder. And is wanted. Well, we're not going to hold back. I'm going to go after him straight away. Cool. He turned around fast. Right, 3 more contacts on the radar. Hopefully they're not his buddies. I don't really want them coming around back after me. Slow down a bit. Where are you?
Scan detected.
I should really have turned flight assist off. I probably would have got round in front of him a bit easier.
Target shields online.
Not for long. They're not.
Shields offline.
Now, come on, multi-cannon up. And we should have you.
Detected.
I wonder if that's the other ship scanning. Those bullets don't seem to be hitting, do they? I don't know if that's the range I'm at or the angle is travelling at. There we go, a little bit better. Could have been the distance, but we've got him.
Target
Boom. Alright, only 339 credits, so I've probably used up more credits worth of ammunition
Scan detected.
than I actually got from his bounty. But this guy's wanted as well. He's an eagle, he's going to be a bit harder,
Target shields
but
offline.
it shouldn't be a problem. Although saying that, I've found that both eagles and sidewinders, the NPC variant anyway, are generally harder than Cobra NPCs. And a lot of that is due to the speed they fly around at you at. It certainly shows that Frontier have been working on the ramming problems though. No more kamikaze eagles and sidewinders. This is back to how it used to be during Premium Beta, which is really good. Got ya. That's a much better bounty. Nice little distraction, a little bit of fun there. Now, let's see what the contacts are. Okay, so 2 ships jumped away. Right, back to exploration then. Now there's certainly a lot of gas giants out here in these systems, and most of them, for whatever reason, seem to have rings. But there's some quite interesting sites out here. There's another one discovered, and initially that little moon there looks like it's in the ring belt, doesn't it? Just like the one on Saturn, but I think it's behind it. Now exploration of this system is almost complete. I've got all the planets up on the system maps, which I'll show you in a minute, and I've just got to get some of the more detailed information on the last few moons here. But look at that planet in the dark, the way the sun reflects off its atmosphere. Very, very, very pretty. don't want to overshoot that, so just need to slow down a bit, and we're nearly there. So this is what Walku looks like when it's fully explored. There may possibly be another planet there. The map does scroll slightly further to the right, but I was unable to find anything, so I think this is it. So we've got some large icy planets, we've got the gas giants, a lot of icy moons as well, some of these orbiting each other, although they're classed as icy planets here. I must admit that it does continue to surprise me at the vast number of gas giants that are out here, along with the number of ringed planets, and especially when considering our own system only has a few of those. But it all looks good. So the thing now is to find a station and sell all this data. Where are we going to go? Let's look for a named system. I always like to go for named systems, at least for the moment. Later on, I'd imagine there'll be a lot less of them as we get further and further out into the galaxy, but for now it's still an option. So I'm going to go here, Kavashira. Why not? I've no idea how much this data is going to sell for, and to be honest, that isn't my primary motivation anyway. I do enjoy exploring and seeing what's out there, and that's only going to get better as Frontier start adding more and more to the game. We've got nebulas to look forward to, comets, wrecks, artifacts, alien technology, and who knows what else, hidden pirate bases, asteroid bases, and so on. So a lot of interesting stuff to come, and hopefully it won't be too long until we see some of that. Now, I don't have a system map for Kavashira, so chances are that would be worthwhile exploring that as well. Yeah, straight away we've discovered one object, which of course is going to be the sun here in front of us, and a detailed surface scan of that will give us some more composition data, and I probably should do a system scan as well, or on the data scanner. Another object found, so I'll head off in the direction of that and do a little bit more exploring, but I'll spare you any more of that for the moment, and we'll jump straight to docking at the station. Now this looks a bit like a pirate base of some type, doesn't it? I'm going to overshoot the landing pad. I'm on the wrong way on the landing pad. Not the first time, I can hear you guys say already. I'm clipping the wing. Don't ever you guys allow me to drive your ships. Oh, come on, I'm like a blooming novice here. This is a joke. Let's go back around. Right, I can pretend this is the first approach, and maybe you guys and girls can pretend it's the first approach as well. Landing pad 1. Let's go in and head in on the right direction. There we go. Oh, and I still managed to clip the ship. What a hash up. There we go. Well, that was worth a laugh, wasn't it? Got a little bit of repairs to do there. And let's see what we've got now. I did more or less fully discover Kavashira as well. So we've got Walku and Kavashira data here, as well as the one from the other system. Now it's not too bad. It's 15,000 for this system and nearly around about 9 for Walku. So not a tremendous amount considering the amount of time invested, but we've got to remember we're still fairly close to the core systems, which means other people have sold that data as well. but keep in mind near the core systems you'll only get around about 200 to 300 credits for a fully discovered system. So the further out you go, the less people that have discovered it. It certainly seems to pay off. So the next video should probably be either beta 3.9 or the preview release version of Elite. Very excited to see what we're gonna get, and hope to see you guys and girls then. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Obsidian Ant, signing off.